Chef Tim Love here, and I'm here to talk to you about a little bit of grilling. One of my favorite things I like to do is firing up the old barbecue. But here, I've got 4 of my favorite cuts and probably the easiest cuts to grill. Let me just go over these real quickly. Right here, we've got the shoulder chop. We've got the rib lamb chops, which come from the rack. The loin chops, or our T-bone chops, and my personal favorite, the blade chop. Now, these chops are made, okay, for indoor grilling. There's not a lot of fat on them, and they cook really quick. It's great for easy entertaining at home or just a quick meal for you and the kids. So, the thing that most people want to know about lamb is how long does it take to cook? Well, it's really easy. You paint it with a little bit of oil. Quite frankly, the lamb is so good. Unlike beef or pork, really all you need here is just a little bit of salt and pepper. Now you season fairly liberally, as you can see here. You want to season both sides, okay? And then we're going to throw them on the grill. And the grill needs to be about, 350 to 400 degrees indoor. And we're going to cook them for about 4 minutes aside to get you to medium, or about 150 degrees, 155 degrees. Let's put them on the grill, see how it happens. After about 6 to 8 minutes, it's about 6 minutes for a 1-inch cut of any kind of lamb chop. Here we've got the shoulder. This here is the blade chop. Our T-bone or loin chops. And then the rack, or I like to call them rib chops. Now you want to make sure when you grill, you always want to rest your meat. Give it a couple minutes just to relax, because the meat gets a little shocked from being on a nice hot grill. Now, I like to grill lamb for a couple reasons. The main thing is it's under 200 calories for a portion, which, you get this kind of rich flavor and still have it be nice and good for you. That's amazing. Now we've got a nice little avocado salsa here for these loin and rib chops. Look how beautiful that is. And then you want something a little heartier with these kind of shoulder chops or the blade chop. I've got a little sweet potato hash here. Now let me show you. I like to, like I said, have mine around medium rare to medium. We'll cut right in here. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. That's a nice medium rare. See that nice little pink in the middle? Isn't that beautiful? I'll give you another cross section of it here. Look at there, nice and bright red. That's exactly how I like the lamb to be. It keeps it the most tender and the most juicy is right around that medium rare temperature. Of course, you can cook it up as much as you like and to whatever your preference is. And here, I'm going to talk to you about outdoor grilling. Here I've got some chops that are real easily used on the indoor grill. Of course, we can throw those on the outdoor grill anytime you want. But now I want to talk to you about some things that you definitely want to do on your outdoor grill. Now I've got a few different cuts here that we're going to go over real quick. I've got a boneless leg here. I've got a top sirloin, which is actually top of the leg here. I've got some, what you might call stew meat, which also came from the top of the leg. And then we've got some ground lamb. Now, the reason why I tell you I want to do these outdoors is because A, they're very large cuts, so you're going to need a large grill. And B, they have a nice high fat content on them, what we want for flavor. But see all this fat on the outside of the leg and the top of the sirloin here? You want to make sure you do this outside, because otherwise you're going to set your smoke alarm off. I should know, I've done it before. So, this is a boneless leg you get at your butcher. And you can see the leg actually would go right up through the center here. So the meat has kind of been curved around the bone. Now to finish butterflying this, you want to follow the line that the butcher's already made for you. Cut right down, follow that same line. You're going to end up with a little, if you do it correctly, a little hole right in the center. That's exactly where the bone went. See that? So we want to marinate this meat. Now, in marinades and outdoor grilling, you want a good amount of fat, like a good oil, like olive oil or canola oil. And then you want to mix in flavors that you like. Now, everybody goes, I don't know what to use with American lamb. Most people have had lamb and mint jelly. Well, here, what you want to do is, if you like mint with your lamb, go ahead and blend it in. This lamb is much better than your grandparents' lamb was years back. You want to add that in. So you can take herbs like this, like the mint, or some cilantro and parsley, a little olive oil, some garlic. I like garlic in my lamb, and rosemary does real well with lamb. Mix that up and let it soak for about an hour. before you throw them onto the grill. Also, very important, especially when a butterfly the leg like this, just like you do with the top sirloin. See here, I've got these score. That's gonna allow the fat to shrink and get nice and crispy and flavorful. So we wanna do the same thing on the butterfly leg. Look at here. Real simple, just little cross cuts on it. This allows the meat to contract and expand without pulling the fat cap back off of the meat. It gives it lots of flavor. Now, if you're gonna make some lamb burgers, which personally are my favorite, don't forget to add the goat cheese. When you make your burgers like this, one good tip you want to remember about making burgers, make the ball of meat first. Let it sit for a little bit. This allows for all the proteins to kind of combine together. So when you cook your burgers later on, you come back, press it down, and this will hold your burger together much better. And I like to have mine about 1 inch thick. Now, skewers. Let me show you a quick trick about that. Boy, this thing looks beautiful, doesn't it? Now, to get things to cook evenly on a grill for skewers, you want to line your meat up just like so on a flat cutting surface, and take your skewer and run right through here one at a time, keeping it flat. And you say, Tim, why in the world does it matter? Why can't I just take it and do it just like this? Well, I'll tell you why, because then when you put your meat on the grill, it doesn't get an even cooking surface. So one piece of meat's gonna cook faster than the other. We want everything to cook evenly. That makes it a lot easier on the grill. See how the skewer lays, look at the same height off the cutting board. That's exactly what we want. Now let's go outside and do a little bit of grilling, get us some nice flavorful American lamb. When grilling outside, one thing you gotta remember is you wanna start with a very hot grill. We want to sear the meat really, really hot. And we also want to make sure we season it well. Now, this is a butterflied leg. See this here? Taking the whole leg and butterflied it out. Now, this is really great for parties. And you can do it outside on your grill. It does have a nice fat cap on the back side, which I'm going to show you here after I season this up real good. There, it's a large piece of meat. Now, this is one way to cook a whole leg of lamb in about 1/5 the amount of time. Look here, right onto the grill. See how that spreads out? Now you can look at this piece of meat here and kind of understand what's going on. If you imagine the leg going all the way around the bone, this is what it is right here, and it's got this beautiful fat on it to keep it nice and moist. It takes about 15 minutes aside to grill a whole leg of lamb butterflied out. And it'll get you at about 135-degree internal temperature. And I do suggest on a big cut of meat like this, you want to use a meat thermometer to check it out and make sure it's all good. Now over here, I've got some beautiful blade chops. These are about 4 minutes aside on a hot grill, about 400 degrees. Let me show you how pretty this is going to look. Looky there. Nice, pink and juicy for outdoor grilling. Perfect for all your friends. Another great tip you want to know about grilling outside, especially with a big piece of leg of lamb like this, once it's finished, you want to take the lamb and put it on this top shelf. Turn your heat down to low, close the lid, and it can sit there for 15-20 minutes and stay hot for you, ready for your guests, without having to worry about heating it up and putting it back on the grill. Listen, I'm Tim Love. I love to grill. I'm all about grilling. Let me tell you, you want to get a versatile meat that can happen quick or slow on the grill, American lamb is the one. Get outside and get your grill on.